Shalom. Give all praise to Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for the edification and knowledge. Brothers on down for this truth and knowledge, so we can learn this truth and knowledge and be able to learn this truth and knowledge. Call Yo Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shem Rakakadash. Give all praise to Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat Shem Rakakadash. Second address 6 and 18. And it said, behold, the day come that I will begin to draw nigh. The Lord is beginning to draw nigh, relating to the Lord of hosts visiting upon the earth, man. The Lord measured out time diligently in itself. And the signs that we're talking about in the past, since the beginning. The Lord is beginning to visit the earth which he has made. And he's visiting the earth which he has made. He's allowed calamities and different types of adversities to come. So he's drawing nigh, which is near, man. And to visit them that dwell upon the earth. Because of what? Their wickedness, man. For many great misery shall be done in the latter times, because they walk great in pride, man. Second Ezra 8 and 50. Miseries, calamities, different forms of diversity of forms of judgment that the Lord is beginning to send, man. And I will begin to make an inquisition of them. What they be that hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And that's the wicked, man. Just look up inquisition real quick. I hope you can hear it. A period of prolonged, intensive questioning and investigation. And that's what the Lord is doing. A prolonged, intensive investigation relating to the mannerism, the ways how the wicked been operating regarding their rulership, man. The interrogation and questioning, quizzing. A different color. So 19 again, I will begin to make an inquisition of them, and that relates to the wicked, man. Intensive, prolonged investigation regarding the wicked. What they be that hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. The earth has been given to the hands of the wicked, man. So their unrighteousness, their wickedness, man. You know, so them being in a position of power and controlling everything, but unrighteously, using unrighteousness, controlling everything, man, but wickedly, man. And when the afflictions of Zion shall be fulfilled, man. Number 20. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away. And the world's beginning to vanish away, man. The Lord is decimating it incrementally, piece by piece, man. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished. So the Lord is beginning to break down this earth, man, by allowing certain things to happen, man. You have shortages, man, from different categories of shortages. For worker shortages, teacher shortages. You have also airplane part shortages that could affect relating to that can disrupt travel, man. Chip shortages, for baby shortages, all types of shortages, man. All kinds of commotions, disruptions. So the world is beginning that mirth relating to Ecclesiastes 12:3-4. When they look out, it'll be dark because they see no future, no hope, man. So that mirth is being taken, man. Society is being taken, man. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away and shall be finished, then I will shew these tokens which are signs, and the book shall open up before the firmament, and they shall see together. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So the storehouses, supplies, victuals, is becoming, very limited, man. The shortages, all different types of shortages, is a trickle-down effect. It's affecting everything, man. So sown places that were once sown are unsown. The full storehouses shall be found empty. That's going to lead ultimately to the famine, man. Famine, where a shortage of supplies will be limited, man. It's going to be hard to get certain things, man. And that ultimately will lead to cannibalism. 2nd Ezra 15, 57, 58. Also limitations. Also Deuteronomy, I believe, 28 and 53. So that's going to happen again, man. Go to 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, so it's going to make a distinct sound, which when every man heareth shall be suddenly afraid, man. So that sound is going to be where all the inhabitants are going to be afraid, man. That trumpet, man. That warning, man. (24) And at that time shall friends fight one another against one another. So friends are going to fight one another. There's going to be division upon Egyptian versus the Egyptian, 19:2 of Isaiah. So people are gonna fight, are gonna be at odds with one another. There's gonna come a time where there's gonna be commotion, disturbances, and civil unrest, man. You go to 2nd Ezra 15, 14 through 19 on down. 15 specifically 16. There should be sedition. They're gonna take the course of They're gonna take the course of the power back in their hands, and that they're not gonna regard the kings and princes, man. So yes, civil unrest, commotions, disturbances. Think not that I come to send peace, but rather division, man. So the Lord is sending a spirit of division upon the people, man. 2 Timothy 3:1 on down talks about relating to the characteristic and traits, how the people are going to act. Haters, lovers of themselves, unthankful, unholy, and haters are ones that are good, man. So that's the characteristic and traits that's precursively developed in these people now, but in the times to come, man. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So friends are going to become enemies, man. You go to think not I come to send peace but a sword. But 1036 down, a man's a household, his own household would be a man's household will be in a man's household will be his enemies, man. Paraphrasing. So our own man's household will be his enemies. His own family and his own household will be his enemies. Shalak. So it's going to be division internally, externally, man. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. The earth shall stand in fear, man. with those that dwell therein, because it's going to be a certain state of condition that the society is going to be in, man. Therein the springs of the fountain shall stand still. So the waters, the physical waters, also the waters of operation as far as in society is going to also stop too as well, man. And in 3 hours they shall not run, man. Whosoever remaineth from all these things, Scripture talks about ones who endure to the end, the same shall be saved, man. So ones who endure and escape all these things, let me read it. Whosoever remaineth from all these things, all these that I have told thee relating to regarding prophecy, the things that were told even since the beginning of time. Measure thy time diligently in itself, man. So how you measure the time? The things that's going on in society correlating with the scriptures, the things that's going on in the society, man. So that's how you measure in the times, and also you measure it by what's going on in society, man. And the scripture says, Ephesians 5:15 and 16, man. Be circumspect and not as fools, as wise, redeeming the times, because the days are evil, man. So measuring it, watching it, being vigilant, being alert, because the times that we're in is ultimately potentially evil, man. The evil goes to perilous and bad times, man. Whatsoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation. So ones who endure to the end, the same shall be saved, man. And the end of your world. Whose world? Esau. Second Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau's the end of the world and Jacob's the beginning that followeth, man. So end of a time period relating to an age of rulership, man. And that's this one, man. Let me go to 2nd Ezra 6 real quick. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of the times? Or when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? That relates to the end of a rulership relating to Esau and the beginning of a new one, which would Jacob would supplant and it would follow. 8. And he said unto me from Abraham and Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, and that symbolically means Jacob taking him down, man, and supplanting and taking over, man. Number 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that follows. So that's it. Scripture talk about the elder shall serve the younger, man. In Romans 9. For Esau, for Jacob I love, but Esau I hated, man. So one who is created to ultimately be hated, that dishonor vessel, and one who's ultimately to be loved, which is that honor vessel, man. So the characters pretty much in this movie is Esau and Jacob, man. They're the main ones. You got the protagonist and you got the antagonist, man. The opposition antagonist, the protagonist for. Pretty much the good guy, man. A lot of things is going on in society, man. A lot fires, floods. Still flood is a fire, McKinley fire in California. Still spreading over 55,000 acres. California, Oregon border. Floods still becoming a threat. Kentucky, different various Las Vegas, talking in the casino areas, the ceiling was water was coming down. So you have floods, you have fires. The Lord is setting forth. He's beginning to visit this world which He has made, man. Economical woe troubles relating to federal interest rates being hiked up again, causing ultimately a pre-recession to ultimately a recession. Different things are happening, man. So the times we're in, this society of the world, as Scripture says, the world is beginning to vanish away, man. And that being said, I hope this helps whoever listens. This is Brother Zayab. I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yoshua Bashem Rakakadash Shalom.